We rolling 15 deep. Mike's hot in the room, heavy by on the boards with the pops and the tunes. The voice of a garage, yeah, the letters elite. Drummer keeping rhythm while the gators get beat. Coxie runs the rundown, pouring bourbon with a laugh. Buffalo chicken dip might see the worm on his behalf. Puppy's the wise one. 3 kids in every sport, sucker on the big screen. Sends a bland food back, of course. These said, buy the tickets, white shades at the pool. Anybody thirsty, clear your evening, that's the rule. Big Vello sings his sentences, the swag stay crisp. Hoka's on his feet, can't play good, look good, kid. Calais never sits, got the limey with a stash. 17-minute hangs in a bear hug that'll crack your back. Handsome Rob from the logo splash, black track pants. His crib's called Narnia, cause you'll never get the chance. Mikey's the elder statesman, box wine in the glass. Newlywed half in Seattle, rib cage built the last. JB lived 100 lives, Michigan to Vegas floor. 6 milligrams, a hustle high life, play us something, bro. 15 friends. That's the crew, sports and life and everything we
Episode 10. We're in double digits, baby. And what better way to celebrate than an official theme song? Well, it's not really official. It's kind of like an AI-generated theme song. I think we can do better. But so we're going to have a debate about caring about zoning means we're officially old and way too early football takes that nobody asked for. We got Campbell remote this podcast, and we got Foose, and we got Norm and me, and we're in the Grateful Garage again. Campbell, take a seat, everybody.
Hooty hoo. Yeah.
Oops.
Well, yeah,
4 of us. What's up, fellas? How
Sorry.
we doing?
I forgot I took you
what's
down.
happening? What's
Hey,
up?
say it again because nobody heard you because I took the volume down because I'm using the same iPad that we played the theme song from. So
All I said was, "What's up, fellas?" It sounds like we got us a song, buddy.
Man, official.
It's
it feels more official every episode.
I feel like Norm could do better with AI. He's a little better with the AI stuff than I am.
No, I'm not. No,
With the
no,
art,
I'm not.
with the art stuff.
No.
I love the shout out to the official entry into the double digits in the podcast. Shout out for episode 10,
Episode
fellas.
10.
Come
That's
on,
big time.
10, baby. 10.
And real quick, this is the first time we're going interstate, right? We got somebody in South Carolina joining us, so we're spreading our wings.
We're breaking federal laws.
Woo. Man, it's like
Yeah, I
running
feel
boots.
like
I was
if I
mailing
was
something
over
illegal.
reporting live at the British Open, like we could pull this off
Yeah.
without any glitches.
Well, you really
Don't-
could.
Don't talk about your Pebble Beach trip, Campbell.
You really could
Oh,
say
man.
you're at the British Open. I mean, nobody would know.
No one would know, Norm.
You
I
could
could
just say
be
you're
here.
at the British Open right now. You're like, Campbell's reporting live from the British Open. Well, the British Open already it doesn't happen right now. But, we could just say we recorded it during the British
know what?
Open.
You guys want to know what I love about calling in is I feel a little less hosty and a little more talent centric today. So I'm gonna kind of bask in this a little bit. Is that okay?
Yeah, man, let's do it.
Yeah, let's.
We got
do
no
it.
format to this podcast, bro.
It's like when your supervisor's away, and he's like, "Hey, you think you can oversee this department?" Yeah, I got this. And everybody's taking 2.5 hour lunches. This is what this feels like.
Campbell's the supervisor. I love it.
Well, it's good to see. I'm on video. I called in WhatsApp on video, and it's good to see that you guys are back in the Grateful Garage. I mean, there's no better vibes that hit harder than that place. Norm,
correct.
last time we were in there, man, unfortunately, the only representation you had was Papa Norm. So,
Right.
and
Thank God for him, right?
dude, you love that place as much as anybody, man. Give us a little sense of where you're at and what it's all about, brother.
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's been to the like Madame Tussauds Wax Museum, right? And you know that feeling. You go in Madame Tussauds and you see Michael Jackson, and he's got the Thriller jacket on, and you're just like in awe, like holy smokes, that looks like Michael Jackson. And then you go down the hall, and there's Oprah Winfrey, and next thing you know, there's Prince in a little purple jacket and a guitar, and you're in awe of what you're seeing. It's like, I can't believe this is real. This is what the Grateful Garage does to me. Every time I come in here, I see something new, and I just kind of like dial in on something. If it's a sticker, if it's a photograph, if it's Ole Miss flag hanging up on the ceiling, if it's the Gators, it's the Larry Johnson jersey. It's all these things. And they got this wild story attached to it. I know you guys talked about that. Unfortunately, I wasn't on that show. I'm going to tell you, this is a great place. So I compare it to Madame Tussauds because it is all inspiring. It just makes you look around and say, now this is a collection.
Yep.
Fantastic.
I'll tell you what, and we all know this because we get the opportunity to. And I swear it feels like we're overplaying this thing, and we're not at all. I mean, if anything, like you just can't express it over, a podcast, just how special that place is. Whenever we're all in there hanging out, whether it's dark night or watching a game or whatever the case might be, recording a podcast, that place is special.
Hey, Campbell, I'm going to say this, man, real quick. And you mentioned Dark Night. And I'm going to tell you, there's a poster of 18-year-old Snoop Dogg underneath the dadgum dartboard, right? And it says, "A Day in the Life of Snoop Doggy Dogg." And there's a ticket in there. It's fantastic, right? But anytime you're throwing darts, he's looking at you like, don't hit me in my forehead.
And there is a dent on there, too.
Yeah. And thank God it's not mine.
It's funny. So Collier had some friends over the other night, probably about 2 weeks ago. And there were some girls in here. And, hey, Dad, we're going to throw some darts. I said, okay, make sure everybody takes it one step closer to the board. Right. We can't risk Snoop getting one in the forehead. Night goes on. Collier comes inside, says, "Hey, Dad, I hate to tell you, but one of the girls hit Snoop, and you would have thought the world ended." Snoop took a dart to the forehead. So funny story, Campbell. I'm going to tell this little story here real quick. So this poster that Norm's talking about, Day in the Life of Snoop Dogg, I got this at a concert in London when I saw Snoop. It was right when Snoop came out with Doggy Style.
Okay.
You remember when he blew up with that album?
It was like 94. 93, 94.
Yep.
93, 94 with Dre. I had that poster. It was behind a frame. I had not seen this poster in over 20 years.
Wow.
So it was an old frame up in the attic. And I'm like, I'm going to repurpose this thing. I took this old poster out of the frame. And unbeknownst to me, there was that poster I literally had not seen in over 20 years.
That's crazy. And it just speaks volumes to this place, right? So you can't make light of it. You got Miller High Life clocks. You just got all kind of fun stuff. So if listeners, if you get on the Facebook, Instagram, just zoom in on some of these pictures and you'll be amazed at this place. Fantastic.
I'm telling Kale to stop doing shit on his phone because the sounds come through.
Norm, I like that you pulled in some different elements in that garage that like we probably didn't touch on last time, but just to kind of between you and Foose and Jeff, certainly you, I mean, just y'all kind of close the loop on the Grateful Garage, like do a little roundhouse real quick, just anything that we might have missed.
It would take too long. We'll revisit it at some point.
Okay.
There's lots of great stories to be had here. I don't want to blow the load all at once. So we'll, it's a good vibe to be in here. We're here. We're doing the podcast here. It's air conditioned versus sweating our nuts off in my garage.
I just won't answer the phone the day he says, "Hey, can you help me take all this stuff down and pack it
up?" No chance.
Yeah.
I'll say, I'll bring gasoline. Let's just
burn it up.
Be the same.
It's going to be an emotional day, no question. All right. Well, then we'll save the Grateful Garage conversation for probably a good side piece and dig in. Yeah. I can't wait for that one. We're nearing the end of something that we've all kind of collectively resisted initially and gotten into of late, this World Cup drama. And since our last recording of a podcast, man, there's probably been too much going on to kind of sort through it all. But I can tell you one thing. Yours truly predicted Argentina would win it all, and they're still alive, boys. So put that in your pipe and smoke it.
You bet on Messi. Wow, that was a reach, a big stretch.
I think I'm the only one that went for the United States, and I didn't obviously survive that one. But
yeah, it's interesting to see Argentina be able to do this consecutive World Cups. Now, I think Spain's got something to say about it. I honestly think they got some players, and they got some swag about them, and I don't think they're just going to let Messi and the crew just come and run all over them.
Well, we still got the battle for America to happen. I mean, we got France and England. They got that round 2 of trying to capitalize on the free world.
The third place.
They call that one the king of the colonialists.
That's right. That's right. So, but France probably has something to say too, because I think they were the favorite, right, to win it all. If I remember
That's
correctly.
who Ticard took the French.
Yeah.
And that was a good pick. They were the favorite. Kind of hard to believe that they're out, but man, it's really cool to see a South American team versus a European team go for the final. Both Spanish speaking countries. I think the final is going to be epic. These last 6 or 7 matches that I've watched have all completely lived up to the hype. It's been fun.
That was the third place match. I'm sorry.
And think about that for Spain, right? So they won in 2010. And think about the national pride there, right? Spain's got a lot of regional stuff going on. You've got 2 of the biggest soccer clubs, football clubs in the world with Real Madrid and FC Barcelona. This is the one team they can get behind. They're hosting the next World Cup in 2030.
Who is?
Spain is. They're
So
co-hosting.
just Spain alone?
Spain, Morocco, and Portugal.
All right.
Right? So similar to what U.S. did with Canada and Mexico.
Yeah.
So quick question for you guys.
Go to Barcelona. Yes, please.
Road trip?
I had a great time in Barcelona.
So quick
Unbelievable.
question. So the next World Cup, right? Hosting by those 3 countries. Spain's going to be one of those. So good momentum heading into that. What World Cup will this be? How many years will this have celebrated the world playing this sport in 2030? So 4 years from now, which sounds like the Jetsons. That sounds like Back to the Future. But 2030 is not that far away.
I don't know. I really don't. But I'm not.
Well, 70. Again. That'll be 90. Is it right at 100?
That would be
the 100th anniversary of the World Cup. Will be the next match there in Spain.
Nice.
Wow, that's right.
I mean, personally, I'm heartbroken for England, right? England dominated that game until Argentina pulled out their. Argentina is the better team.
Right.
And those last 7-8 minutes, they caught lightning in a bottle. I'm heartbroken for all the English people because that was the moment. It's great to have a star like Messi on the World Cup stage. So FIFA loves that.
Yeah.
But I think you're right, Campbell. This is setting up for a good final.
Yeah, and the reality is, England should have been gone with DR. DR Congo should have put
men.
They had them beat then, right? So we go all the way back. What England showed us is that they are journeymen. Like they are battle tested
colonizers.
Yeah, man. I mean, you've been taking over all these countries, all these centuries. Like
this is payback.
This is payback. Like they're going for the gusto, right? This is what they're
I like to take, Norm. Norm, I like to take.
This is what they're accustomed to doing. They're battle tested. I mean, these are the same people that survived the plague. Like, come on, man. What do you expect? What do you expect? Yep. That's what they do.
Yeah, I like that.
And then they're going to fry fish and chips. So, shit.
When Mr. Blanchard gets back from his trip with his family to the Dominican Republic next week, we'll probably have a podcast where we discuss the finals of the World Cup, and that's fine. We'll be a little delayed in our response times, but I'll just say, I've been this is no joke. I've been really impressed by the coverage, by the press, by just the overall global vibe of this event in America. Man, it is. I mean, you take the sport out, aside from whether or not we all love this, and we like to have our debates on the threads about soccer's not even popular in America and all those kinds of things. Aside from all that, man, this has been a great summer to watch all this. I'm just saying it has come together very well.
I do feel like the coverage has kind of died down since the whole Scotland thing stopped, though. I mean, those guys really, I hate to beat a dead horse, but they really came in and showed up from a fan's perspective. And maybe I just haven't been paying attention. Maybe Spain and Argentina and all them are still doing it. But I feel like that was the height of the hype for fandom during this World Cup were how the Scots showed up in America. So
Well,
props to you, Scotland.
It was the underdogs. I think it was overall those who weren't supposed to perform, their fans performed for them.
Yeah.
And I think that spoke volumes throughout. Now, Spain, England, Argentina, France. I mean, these people were expecting
Yeah.
a final,
Yeah. Right.
Final Four showing up at the Final Four, right? They were expecting that.
Yeah.
Some of these other Scotland knew, man, we coming in quick to party because
Drink-
we're probably gonna
drink
get our
all your
ass
be-
whipped.
drink all your beer.
7-day trip, or we're
Drink all
done.
your beer. We're gonna. What were they shipping back overseas? Ranch dressing. We're gonna ship all the Hidden Valley Ranch. They were even buying this terrible, crappy ass Kraft Ranch, and that's the worst ranch. Is Kraft. It's terrible.
There's
They were-
no question.
They were shipping that back. So I think the underdogs showed up, the fans showed up, and now it's time for the big boys to say, all right, now we're playing real soccer. Here's the final two. Let's get it.
I love your take on the Kraft crappy, because like if you're gonna buy mass-produced ranch, it's Hidden Valley, right?
Oh,
like you're
without
gonna
doubt.
make your own. If you're
Yeah.
playing with the boys and you're making wings or something and you're planning it out, you're gonna make your own ranch, and that's the way to go. But if you're gonna buy store ranch, it's Hidden Valley.
Period.
Like
Hidden Valley.
Period.
what's this Kraft crap?
So people love that.
That's like
crap.
Hellman's versus Duke's.
Yeah.
My in-laws are in town right now, and they make mac salad, and she makes amazing mac salad, like New York macaroni salad. We always request it, but she asks for Hellman's, and like once upon a time, I had her make it with Duke's,
Mhm.
and she was just appalled.
Can you just get a bottle, empty it out, and fill it with Dukes?
Yeah, that's,
She
that's
know
a
the
good
difference.
call, Brian.
She might know the
I'm gonna have to do
consistency
that.
difference.
It's a little yellower.
And it's not as watery.
Ugh, man. But good point, Norman.
Yeah, man.
Off
So-
on a
good
tangent.
point.
Campbell's
Good
not in the
point.
room, so we can play.
Yeah.
The children are at large.
Yeah.
It's like
If-
Lord of the Flies out here with
Yeah.
Campbell on remote.
It's like a sub day when the substitution, they roll in that TV, like today's movie day. You're like, okay.
Oh, we're going to play busting knuckles in the
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
We cracking pencils.
Yeah.
We're making, what's that football game with the paper you play?
You all should see the screenshots I'm taking of me on camera with Jeff, and I'm
Can't just do it with me.
I've got Instagram gold
I love
forming
it.
right now, boys.
I love it.
It's awesome.
That's right.
Well,
As long as the one that
we,
Derek took of me the other day coming home from Blackbird doesn't end up on the Instagram as I was peeing on the side of
Wherever
the base.
you were.
Don't- hey, don't-
wherever
yeah,
you were.
don't incriminate
call
Yeah,
yourself
wherever
out.
you were. I don't know where you were.
Don't call yourself man, you know what, Jeff? I'm shocked that you made it from Blackbird to where you did urinate. That was like 11 feet from Blackbird. Like, what are you doing, dude?
It was a lot of those IPAs, those West Coasts
Yeah.
had a full bladder.
Point break.
So-
Shout out Blackbird. Point break IPAs are fantastic.
Fantastic. I'm not even
We
big
will-
into IPAs anymore, but
We will transition off of the World Cup after you guys give a quick
Dad's coming to transition us
Prediction.
again.
prediction. Go, Norm.
Spain 1-0.
I really Argentina. Let's see Messi be the man.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. Argentina 2-1.
I'm going Spain in the shootout.
Ooh.
Shootout.
Wouldn't that be a heck of a way to end this thing?
I feel like
Hey,
these
I
last
hate a
games have
shootout.
all been close. Like shootout, when you get to 70, 80 minutes, it feels like every game is close. And what I'm hearing in my house is, why is the final time not very defined?
Yeah.
It's that last game, if you watch that Argentina-England game, the Argentina players were looking at the ref like, hey, dude, like, call this over. It was a 9+ minutes, right?
Mhm.
And there's some clock somewhere. I guess
He's
it's
the
a-
only one. The main ref's the only one with the dadgum thing on his
How
wrist.
is that in the day and age of TVs and you can replay stuff and here's when the clock stopped.
Right.
We're gonna put 0.4 second. Put 0.4 seconds. Soccer's just like, yeah, no, it's plus 10 minutes, but you guys just
Give or
you know,
take.
just play, give or take. Like, I don't know. It could be 11, could be 12.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's that FIFA gangster stuff,
Man.
They're the gangs of New York times 12.
Mm.
It's bad.
I have a prediction. Or I have a fun stat. You guys want to hear a fun stat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course. Stat of the day.
76,
Stat of the day.
76 days until the Canes' first game. That's a good
Wow.
stat for you.
Man, that's no time
That
at
is
all.
a good stat. Man, we bypassed. You just bypassed football, which
That's-
we'll talk about.
Oh,
in a
no.
minute, for
See, I'm
Canes
excited for
opener.
football.
Nice work.
But as a Gator, it's, I'm more of a college football guy than I am NFL. But it's kind of hard. There's a lot of anxiety built around the new coach this year. So do you want to
Yeah.
transition like you did at the doctor's office, Campbell?
Well, you guys, I mean, listen, and we'll jump into this in a minute, but let's rewind 5, 6, 7 months when you guys were giddy about who you hired. So let's save that
Yeah.
for here just a
Oh,
minute.
I'm giddy.
You guys, transitioning real quick, the boys, as much as we hang out and as much as we talk shit and as much as we find ways to get together and go do things and road trips and everything else, Norm, you need to jump in here. You guys have invented a new reason to hang out. Can you explain to us why you guys need to find another reason
Hey,
to spend more time together?
Don't put it on me. Blame Scott. This is all Coley's doing. So Coley put on the thread. He's like, hey, it's Thursday night. You know what would be fun? Going and explore different breweries in the Raleigh-Durham area. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what a way to spend a Thursday night is to go visit breweries. So we had our first Thursday night last Thursday. We went down, myself, Coleander, and Derek. We went down to Brutal Brewery, which is in the Transfer Food Hall. So for those of you find your way in Raleigh and you ever want to go to a good food hall, go to Transfer. And it's like right downtown, couple of streets over from the main drag. Man, we had great IPAs, and they had several options. Fantastic. So then it was still daylight. We finished one. It was like, hey, y'all want to ride over to Crank Arm? So we we go over to Crank Arm, which is a bicycle themed brewery there in Raleigh. Shout out Crank Arm for anybody who wants to go down there. Fantastic. And they were having a Thursday night game trivia, like trivia night. Place was packed to the gills. There are people everywhere. We were able to find us a seat at the bar, and the people watching was phenomenal.
Phenomenal, was it?
I'm talking phenomenal.
Where is that? Where's Crank Arm at? Is that like downtown?
It's downtown.
Is it North Raleigh? Like on the edge?
No, it's in downtown. So when you get when you're coming like
down
you're
Capitol.
you're coming down Capitol, and you're going to go past like you're going to the farmers market, and you go through downtown. Crank Arm sits to the right, and man, I'm just telling you, they've got some of the best IPAs.
Really?
Their bartenders are fantastic. It's just a good vibe, right? And so we're soaking that vibe in, and it was awesome.
So you guys did Crank Arm, and there was trivia night. So place was packed
To the gills.
The clientele. Are these? Was it? They were there for game night, or they're there for IPAs? What was the
all
what
of
was
the
crowd?
above? It was like everybody, and then I kind of found out they sell like liquor. So for people who some people aren't fans of beer, they like a little liquor. So they had that, but for the majority of the people were getting good, high quality IPAs. Then they were checking in, playing the game. They had it up on the screen, had good music. It was just a nice vibe, man, on a Thursday night in downtown Raleigh. And then what happens when you had a couple beers? You get a little hungry. And we ended up at Trophy Brewery. Shout out Trophy. And got a large pie and closed the night down. So it was a fantastic night. I've got a list of breweries. We'll probably hit Compass Rose at some point. That's a staple in this area. Make our way. I'd love to at some point get over to Pony Source, the Durham location, which is my favorite. High Wire,
right there.
Dirty Bull, all down
right
there.
there.
So yeah, man, that's kind of where we are.
Two things. One, you've just named at least 11 of our sponsors. So thank you. Shout out to all those.
Shout out to all of them.
We just made $25,000.
Two, Norm, couldn't help but notice I am on the eastern Standard Time Zone. I believe you are as well.
Yes, sir.
It is 7:23 p.m. in the Eastern Standard Time Zone.
Yes, sir.
Where are we headed tonight?
So, right now we're in the Grateful Brewery.
Ooh. Business model, bro.
So that's kind of where we are. I think we got one of our constant members of the pod, Derek's at the Moose tonight.
Oh.
So we may have to go over to the Moose, and we will pick up next
Say what's up.
Thursday.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah,
Nice.
He's bartending, so that's
yeah. We
where
have to go
Derek is.
check in on him, make sure he's good.
Raleigh Moose 1318. Let's go, baby.
Let's go. Shout out to the Raleigh Moose.
So would you say, and Foose, jump in here, man. Dude, I mean, there's nobody that has hit Virginia and North Carolina harder than you, dude, in terms of probably the number of breweries that have popped up on your list of, I mean, you could probably check a lot of those off. Like, what ones would you all...
Yeah, I love with it.
Foose, which ones would you want to
So
visit? And Norm, which ones are you most looking forward to visit?
So hold on. So I love where this idea came from, and you hit the nail on the head, Campbell. We just found another reason to hang out. Like, it's
Amen.
It's getting a little like this is. It's like Flag Day, right? It's like, hey, let's just. It's a reason. It's a
We
reason.
could be Canada. We could celebrate Canada Day.
Fair.
So that is hilarious.
But I do love the idea of getting around. Now our kids, we're brewery traveled, right? So our kids know. I think our kids have probably been to more breweries than many people. I do think Carolina, next to Colorado and California, have some of the best breweries in the country, right? So I want to hit Brewery Bravana. That's one.
Oh yeah.
Always a great one. I like the idea of doing a little road map. Like we have a map of the triangle printed out.
We could put that on the Grateful Garage.
Put it in
wall.
the Grateful Garage, and we took a little pin like, hey, we've been here.
That's
a
a
little
great idea.
flag. Here's the date. Here's who we met. And everywhere we're going, we're talking with those people and giving them shout outs, right?
Yeah,
Great way to share the love, spread community, build it up.
Great idea.
I love that, and then maybe we even get a pen that's in the shape of a bus, but it's got 15 friends, and as we go to each one of them, just get a custom and man, that would be, and put it up in here.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be cool. I love all
So
of that.
I have a question. So really quick, Campbell, I don't mean to step on you, but you're away, and so when Dad's away, out of the like local breweries, just really quick, which one do you guys like? What's your favorite local brewery? Just name it off. It doesn't need to be like some big, deep emotional thing, but like
Trophy has the best IPA with the Cloud Surfer.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think we're going? Do we go outside of the triangle with this conversation, or just stick to the triangle?
Yeah.
Or we'd stay in North Carolina.
No, because I don't think we're going to get a hall pass. At least I'm not going to get a hall pass on a Thursday to go cruise to Asheville.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
Asheville's
you guys
in
can
its
talk to
own-
Kendra. You're welcome to.
Right.
Alan has-
Kids will be like, "Oh, are you
I
lost
bet
your
I can do. I don't know. Open your Amazon account. I can make it happen.
So if we think of IPAs, I love your call with Trophy. Right, by far some of the most creative graphic designers. You know, they've got some of the best beer names.
Yep.
Their graphic arts are incredible. I like Bond Brothers for Bond Brothers. I think has the
Forget about them.
I think they have the best IPAs. And if you ever at RDU and you got a flight,
There's now Bond Brothers.
there's a Bond Brothers there. My
Yep.
boy Abdul, who's the greatest person walking the face of the earth, he'll hook you up.
I forgot about that.
I like Linwood too.
Yeah,
Linwood's got some great like Mosaic.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think the other one.
Yeah.
I like
think-
Linwood. I like Lone Rider a lot. Like I think they have some solid beers. They used to have this session IPA that they don't make anymore. Come on, Lone Rider,
Yeah.
bring it back.
I think here's where I'll go.
I
I
like
think
their
best overall beer is a tie between Trophy and Blackbird. I think best overall unique hang is Noda. And I
Charlotte,
think
yeah.
best overall, like staying in your lane and perfecting what they're good at, is Fortnite with the good English ales.
Yeah.
So there's my list.
Yeah.
And you know, you got to take into consideration like Raleigh Brewing Company. I mean, they got
OG.
some OG. And they got a really great situation to kind of hang out. I think Ponysaurus in Durham has in my opinion, one of, if not the best overall hangout locations.
And a great logo.
Man,
a
is
horse
it not?
with a dinosaur
head?
Man.
I am never trying to crap on local. Like I want so as somebody that was here when White Street, like we went to White Street the day that it opened. I was so excited to have a brewery in downtown Wake Forest. And we went there and they had this IPA on draft when I was real big into IPAs. And I can't remember the name of it for the life of me, but I was like, oh my God, this is so what I wanted it to be. And the bartender goes, oh yeah, that was a mistake. We won't have that again. And then they started releasing Hopium, or not Hopium.
Not
what is
Hopium,
it?
Optimist.
Yeah. And I was just very underwhelmed.
Yeah.
And I was like, y'all need to go back and do that mistake beer.
Yeah.
And so like, as much as I want to love the local brew, like, I just like Fortnite just doesn't do a lot for me.
Yeah. I think that other
Blackbird occasionally will have a good
technically
beer.
Fortnite technically is based out of Cary,
Yeah.
and we have a location.
Yeah. I know.
To your point, I would love to love White Street. I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But but Optimist, which is kind of why I'm in there,
It's not.
is a little bit underwhelming.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to call you out, White Street, but
Yeah.
Well, I think
Anyway.
the bigger conversation, if we're going to stay in this brewery topic for just a minute, is the biggest challenge breweries are having, right? So we saw the boom,
Oversaturation.
We saw the boom, right? Breweries popping up right before COVID hit,
Yep.
and then now you have generational interests changing, right? The younger generations aren't drinking beer;
Yep.
Right.
they're home, they're engaging online, they're gaming. If you go to a Total Wine and you walk in there, you can see their THC seltzer drinks. That's a bigger
whole
aisle.
aisle.
It's a bigger aisle than their IPAs and their local brews.
So true.
Right.
So it is a very challenging time to be a brewery, especially the ones you list.
I think that's a fantastic point. I mean, like you on your shit today, because that is a fantastic point. The timing is very unique. We came into COVID being at breweries. That was the thing. That you go out to brewery, you get a pretzel, you have a beer, and then we went into COVID and we came out and was like, oh, give me another brewery. And then people were like, yeah, let's jump on it.
And they were popping up everywhere.
Everywhere. That is a fantastic point. That may be the take of the day.
Well, so I love the idea of the brewery road trip. Yes. Right. A road, whatever we want to call it.
There's more breweries around here that I haven't been to that I need to go to. So I totally am in on this. It's just the driving thing. I'm not driving.
I mean, you think about, and I think part of drinking beer at the brewery is the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And it's like Heyday, right? Heyday has
they have great beers.
They got great beer, man.
Really good beers.
The hangout can be a bit unique because they don't have a really good solid outdoor space.
Yeah.
But the inside is nice.
Beautiful.
And they normally have a pretty good musician playing. But the beer is good.
Yeah.
I mean, and you go back to Cloud Brewing. Cloud has a really good beer, and they've got two locations. They got the one downtown, and they got the one over by the Ritz. I don't know if y'all have ever been to that one over there. It's fantastic.
Nope.
So there are a lot of good breweries. I think what we have to do, and I say we, I mean people who love good beer, is to get out and go to those places.
Yeah,
I agree.
Spend money there. If you're going, if you're gonna have one or two, go have one or two, but spend the money there and enjoy the vibe. There's
Support
nothing
local.
better. Support local.
What's the one downtown that took over that Italian restaurant? It's been there for a while. They're like the
North.
Viking thing. Yeah. See, I'm not a big fan of theirs either.
Yeah.
Do they brew? They brew, right?
They brew.
They brew.
And they're in a different style,
Yeah.
right? You called out Lone Rider earlier.
Yeah.
They get a little, hey, we're comfortable in our spot.
Yeah.
We're comfortable in a lane. We're going to brew what we
Right,
brew.
right.
And we don't need to put a lot of money and energy into it.
Good beer down at Sneaky Penguin.
I've never been there.
I think you just made up that name.
No.
I was thinking the same
I
thing.
could not
Chris.
remember. We met some friends of ours down there one time, and they had really good beer at the Sneaky Penguin.
The Sneaky
And it's
Penguin.
off of Six Forks Road. The beer's fantastic.
They brew their own beer?
It's their beer.
Sneaky Penguin.
Sneaky Penguin.
All right, we're going to have to fact check that.
That's going to be a place if that's a thing.
It's right here, the Sneaky Penguin.
Wow.
So just keep
Y'all-
that in
you-
mind, folks.
y'all want to know the biggest sign of Derek not participating in this week's
Is he
episode?
texting you? Is he having FOMO right now?
It took 37 minutes and 55 seconds for us to come up with our first curse word.
Yeah, he normally owns that. That's his space.
I would imagine
And
he's like teared
And
up right now behind the bar.
another sign that he's not on here is that we're going to talk about his least favorite subject,
Snakes?
and the subject
Madonna?
and the subject that creates the subtitle, "Are we old or are we not old?" is Wake Forest is about to go through right outside of our neighborhood.
Yes.
They are about to go. Jeff's laughing at me. He loves my transitions. I'm a magician.
You are.
I can't help
You're
it.
a transition
Can't
magician.
help it.
Yeah.
We are about to go through some zoning that could impact like where we live. And all of a sudden we started paying attention to stuff
Yeah.
and like how it's going to impact where we live and like how we get out of the neighborhood and what's going to actually be there and everything else. All right. One question, y'all paying attention to this? And two, do we care? And if we care, why do we care? And what's the deal with zoning?
So I think we care.
Let me let the politicians speak
Yeah,
up. Go
just
ahead,
saying.
Norm.
I think there's a part of us that we should care, and the reason we should care is Wake Forest. It's no longer a forest, and part of that is because they've allowed the city's allowed tree companies to come in and cut every blasted tree down in this community to build another community or an apartment or a whatever the case may be, right? And I think we ought to care about it. Traffic is already bad enough. In this one particular area, from what I understand, they're looking to do more apartments.
Like a multi-family kind of, and I think that's what the official zoning. So right now they're trying to rezone it, and that's what the meeting was the other day, was a rezoning request, and I guess I got shut down 7-0. But
And I think it needs to just, if it's residential, it needs to stay whatever it is. What you can build a single family dwelling or whatever the case may be. But as far as coming in and developing that, I think we're at a point for those who have to drive Rogers Road on the regular in the morning and afternoons, those that are coming from, off of Main Street and then turning on Rogers, y'all know what 5:30 in the afternoon looks like on that stretch of road. Do we need more? I know people have to have places to live. I'm not against that. But I also know that the more apartments you build, I watched it happen when I lived in Maryland. You build them, and then eventually they deteriorate, and then the property values plummet.
right.
For the people who've been there. And I want to caution the city, especially this heritage area. I want to caution them from just taking a deep dive into this. We have done enough. Our school is about to be cracking at the gills,
Yeah.
Busting at the seams.
busting.
Yeah.
So that's just my piece.
Busting loose.
I think that's a really, really good take, Norm. Honestly, that was very thoughtful and very well, articulated. I think that is probably the general feel for most people. And when they voted on it, or at least the initial pass last Tuesday, it got shot down 7-0. So I think there's pretty much an overwhelming feel of exactly how you described it. Anybody else? I mean, Bruce, you weigh in.
Well, so like what I know, and I did some research, not like super detailed. So if somebody's got a conflicting, contradictory statement against this, please speak up. But like, there's only so much the mayor and the town of Wake Forest can do. So I think the zoning thing is the number one thing, right? That's town controlled. But once the property gets rezoned, you can sell it to whomever the hell you want to sell it to, and then they can do whatever the hell they want to do with it.
Yeah.
The DOT is the one that controls the infrastructure stuff. So the state is the one that needs to step in and go, they put their little monitors down that you run over that look like you're pulling in a Jiffy Lube and is ringing a bell.
Right.
And they measure the traffic flow to then do improvements. So to get mad at the mayor like everybody does is kind of a misused anger. You got to understand local government, right?
Yeah.
Like the mayor of Wake Forest can't go, Norm, you bought this property and we're not going to allow you to, like, they just can't do that. It's beyond their powers of what they can do, and as far as government is concerned. So I think the fighting the zoning thing is the place that you need to go, because once it's rezoned, like, anybody can buy it, anybody can develop it, they can do what it wants. Of course, they've got to run the plans by the planning department, but the planning department is looking for more tax money. I mean, that's what government's all about, right? Like, I don't love it. But that's just the way it is. And then the DOT is the one that puts the funding into, like, improving the infrastructure. So I don't love it, and I love the fact that Geriatric Acres showed up to make sure that the actual zoning didn't go through from the town of Wake Forest. So that's all I got. That's all I got to say about that.
You did spend some time studying it.
Yeah.
That was a good take.
Yeah.
It does feel, to Campbell's point, and I know we're nearing the end here of the podcast, but it does feel like we're reaching a breaking point. But I also take a step back and think the same group of guys that have reinvented another way to hang out, a Thursday night brewery trip.
Right.
Now we're transitioning to zoning. Get off my lawn.
Right.
It's so true.
Yeah.
This is the world we live in.
And none of us are from here.
And none of us are. So that's the other thing.
Right.
We've all contributed to the growth of this area.
Correct.
We love it here.
Right.
No one in this area that we've been close to for 10 plus years has moved away.
Right.
Really. There's not many.
Right.
So it speaks to how special this community is. But there is a breaking point of enough is enough. And I know there are other communities in this area. I'm sure Cary's in the same boat. Every surrounding suburban area in Raleigh, in Durham, are facing the same thing, because everybody wants to move down to North Carolina.
Right.
So I don't know what the end looks like, but it's a breaking point.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think they're
thanks for making me feel like shit.
Yeah.
Because you're right. I'm a transplant.
Yeah.
Right.
Hell,
I think there's only one person in the 15 friends group that's, like, local. That's Timby, right?
Yeah.
it's a great point, though. I mean,
I think it's just Timby. Campbell, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I think everybody tonight's made excellent points on the subject, and it's clearly something that, like, guys like Norm kind of deal in government.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of know they know how they think and how it works and all those things. And I think the general population gets pretty just emotional about it, but doesn't understand enough about the tax revenue aspects, the environmental impacts, all those types of things. And so I also don't think that a lot of times, my personal view is, I think a lot of times these decisions get voted on fairly quickly.
Yeah.
And they come and go. And then not enough maybe consideration is taken into the long term.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of how I view it. And I don't get involved in it actively, but that's just my view on it.
Yeah. I think the takeaway is we need Frank Cox to relocate to Wake Forest.
Come on now.
Take an active role here in local government. We got a Rotary Club here that could use some love.
I still am, like, someday in my fantasy Jefflandia, Norm is going to run for mayor, and we're all going to get behind him.
Yeah, there's some stuff got to get put away, though. Hey, but I mean, right now under this, what's kind of in our current administration, man, I get away with anything, man.
That's
So
right.
I mean,
That's right.
Hey, all I got to do is say that wasn't me. That ain't me.
You're lying. You're making stories up. They didn't have phones back then.
That ain't me. What you talking about?
Oh my gosh.
That's a grainy flip phone
well,
photo.
I
That's
guess
not
we'll kind of
Dwayne
see how
Wade.
it plays
AI.
out. And also glad Derek wasn't on here, because he wanted nothing to do with talking for 4 seconds about this because it was of zero interest. Yet his entire neighborhood showed up and voted it down. So
That's correct.
put
He
that
was
in your pipe. And
He was
smoke
there
it.
with a wig on. I got a photograph. I'll send it to you.
Is that the second time tonight I've said put it in your pipe and smoke it?
I think so, Norman. I think so, Campbell.
Put that in your
pipe and smoke it.
buddy.
Put that in
You
your pipe
old
and
man.
smoke it.
Buddy roll.
Well,
You haven't done any of your accents yet, Campbell.
One
Kind of disappointed.
One other thing that gets debated in our threads about, and I can't figure out why there's debate, because we're sitting here talking about a sport the last 3 weeks that we know nothing about. But when the weekly, texts get fired up about, hey, what should we talk about this week on the pod? One of the things that comes up is it too early to start talking about football? And the consensus right now is like, yeah, it's too early to start talking about football.
I didn't say that.
Okay,
It's never too
fine.
early.
Is it really? And the question is, and of course we're going to start talking about it right now.
Sorry, Derek.
But is it really too early to start talking about football? What the hell?
See, this is a weird time in sports for me. Look, I'm not a major sports guy. You guys are probably way bigger sports fans than I am. I'm not a baseball guy. I'm not a summer league NBA guy. I follow golf a little bit for the majors. I know what's going on. I'm not a soccer guy. I love hockey. I love college football. And then things kind of drop off from there. So it's never too early for me to talk about football.
So UNC opens the season August the 29th against TCU. And
38 days
I
away
mean,
or
that's just around the corner.
Right.
So no, it's not too early to start talking about football, right? And they're two different groups of football talking here, okay? And really, quite frankly, there could be three. All right, you've got your NFL, you got your college, and I mean, cats like Iwig, man, they're dialed in to the high school football scene.
Yeah.
It's true.
And high school football in the state of North Carolina can be a bit competitive depending on who you're playing and when you're playing them, right? So no, it's not too early. Have they started working out? Yes. Have they started training camp? They're close. Have they done rookie camp? Yes. So there's a lot of stuff happening in the world of football that no, it's not too early to start talking about it. It's never too early to start talking about God's team.
Oh,
and that's
Jesus.
the New Orleans Saints.
Jesus.
That is the New Orleans Saints.
I knew this was going to happen.
Oh,
I knew it.
It is the New Orleans Saints. The Saints, St. Peter himself, St. Peter, St. John, Saint, who that say they're going to beat them
Michael.
Saints? Who that?
Michael, St. Michael.
Who that? Nobody. Saint Michael, Saint Joseph, Saint Norman,
Elizabeth, St. Elizabeth.
Saint Elizabeth. I'm coming to join you, honey. It is the Saint season, so no, it's not too early. And I'm gonna tell you right now, and it's never too early to start talking about college football, because this season, this will be the season that the SEC officially, and I'm calling it now, takes a back seat to the Big Ten. Officially. Yeah, the Big Ten got the championship in Indiana, but I'm telling you right now, this year.
What do you mean officially?
It is official. They have.
I mean, the Wolverines won.
Right.
Ohio State
I'm
won.
talking about it is
passing.
over.
This is the passing
This
of
is
the torch.
the passing of the torch. SEC, it's been a good ride. I'm an Ole Miss fan. It's been a good ride, boys. But I'm going to tell you right now, that Big Ten, they're going to be stacked, and they're back. So it's over. we enjoyed years. Nick Saban. Hey, Nick. Hey, appreciate all the championships you brought to the SEC. I hate the University of Alabama, but anyway, it's the SEC, and we support each other, right? It's y'all's. It is officially the Big Ten's. It's y'all's football division. World college football belongs to the Big Ten. I said it here.
I kind of love that unexpectedly Norm came out with some major takes here. I mean, I wasn't expecting Norm to just come in off the top rope and talk about his affection and love for the Saints, and then talk
you were
about
not
how the
expecting
SEC
that.
sucks.
You were not
And
expecting that.
Even though
That
he
was
pulls
2 to
for
1
Ole
odds.
Miss. So unreal.
It's time, and I'm actually, I'll be honest, I'm actually happy. I think the SEC fans have sat back and sat on their laurels so long and felt like it's the SEC. Man, get over yourselves.
They've been punched in the nose a few times.
Oh yeah.
You are sounding like a Cub fan in a lot of ways, because right now your two teams, Ole Miss and the Saints, they're undefeated.
Yeah.
So you have this optimism. I know this glow as a lifelong Cub fan, full of heartbreak
I
and
love it.
disappointment, where you just head in the season, you're excited. We got a lot of things to look forward to.
We hadn't lost a game.
No, that's a life of a Cub fan. I don't dabble in college football a ton. My wife went to Purdue, and Purdue has better tailgates than football, and their tailgates are not the best compared to those in the SEC. Campbell, I'd be curious to hear, since you're living and loving life in Clemson, South Carolina right now, where you're calling from. What's the thought on heading into this season? Dabo and the team, give us a little take on where your Tigers are going to be.
I think that and first of all, I cannot wait then to officially kick off our, before I get into that, Brian, I can't wait to officially kick off like our football podcast. That's going to be a lot of fun. And Norm, I think you are an absolute genius for coming up with the idea of incorporating like some heritage high school and just high school updates. I got a lot of ideas flowing around some of that too. So man, that's cool. That'll keep kind of the Wake Forest podcast vibes going for our viewers from Wake Forest and things like that. So that's cool. But
how do we
Brian,
get on the board? How do we get on the board at Heritage? How do we get the QR code? Sorry, Campbell.
I'll try to keep it brief, Brian. I think that there's three perspectives. There's the national and media's perspective. There's Dabo's perspective, and then there's my perspective. Okay. The national media thinks that Clemson has probably fallen by the wayside, and you could probably use recency bias as a great barometer for why that is. Dabo Sweeney's perspective is very healthy, that the team is headed in the right direction, really loves his coaching staff, really loves his squad, has done really well in the transfer portal this year, and they're very optimistic about the outcome of the season. That doesn't mean national championship. I think that means realistically riding the ship, getting probably close back to the ACC championship, those types of things. So we'll see. My perspective is always met with a healthy dose of let's wait and see, because you just don't really know how, all this is going to play out, like how these players are going to show up on the field and play out. I've got this overwhelming love and passion for this team just from the time I was born, but I always get just a little bit nervous about what the reality might look like every season. So who knows?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, I think the fact that you opened the season up with LSU, and Lane's got something to prove. I hope y'all beat him by 1,000,000. Okay. Then you got UNC the week after Georgia Southern, California, Miami, Charleston Southern, Virginia Tech, and they're going to be the Fighting Mikes are going to be ready to roll, right? Virginia Tech. Florida State, Syracuse is much better. Georgia Tech, the Rambling Wreck, John Iwig, they're going to be ready to roll. And then you got Duke, and then you got South Carolina to close the season out. So I would, saying that schedule, you're looking at better than 500?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think the national over under on wins for Clemson is 7.5, and I think it's a really honest, real, and good number. I mean, I do.
Yeah, that's got to be so tough, knowing where your program has been, the amazing success, Dabo. We had a chance to experience that last year. Hearing 7.5 is where you're projected to finish has got to be tough. That doesn't feel like Clemson football. And maybe this is the new world, like you said.
Yeah.
Hey, we're embracing the transfer portal, NIL,
or they're not,
But this feels like I don't want to say make or break for Clemson, but this feels like after last season and the scrutiny that Dabo has been in, some justified, some completely unjustified, considering what he's done for that program and built.
Yeah.
This feels like a really big, pivotal season for your Tigers.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more, buddy. Couldn't agree more.
Is this a Dabo win
and that's
or
what
go
and that's
home?
where the nerves rest in my belly, where it's just like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
are we a 7.5
I know.
over under team? And it's kind of like, kind of feels like it. But when you hear Dabo talk and what the team that he's put together and all these things, you're like, okay, well, 9 could be realistic. And then Norm rattles off the schedule, and you're just like, oh, how do we get 9 wins? This, So it's tough.
Campbell, do you think if Dabo doesn't perform, or is the Clemson family at a point you all feel it's time to move on? I know it's way too early to fire him. The season hadn't started, but in reality, based on the past couple of seasons, has the game gotten away from Coach Sweeney?
Good question. And I think, Norm, the answer is let's kind of see how this season plays out in total. If this team wins 7 wins, and there's 7 total wins, and that's it, you will have a high percentage of Clemson fans being like, it's time. Let's get one of these young guys in here. I think the real problem at Clemson, and I hate to say it, is I'm just not certain how we can get that pool of NIL money to give a starting quarterback $3.5 million, and that's what it's going to take for, in this environment that we live in. I just don't know if Clemson can find those resources. I really don't.
Well, 15 Friends has really got to step it up for that. We got
a lot of work to do.
I give my $20 to the Gator Boosters Club. That's what all I'm good for.
Well, let's wrap this. I know we've got good conversations here. Campbell, wrap us up here. We got some takeaways, but we'll revisit the football conversation.
Yes.
But where are we at here?
It's gonna be a long season.
Man, first and foremost, I love the calling in and doing this from adds a whole another element to my, like when I'm traveling. This is awesome. This has been great. It's been easy. So well done. The fact that we're back in the Grateful Garage just enhances the vibes for everybody. Man, I thought today was a great pod. Really good. Covered some fun and important topics in certain cases. I'm really looking forward to when we kick off our first official football podcast live from Main Street Tavern.
Yeah,
that'll be fun. Jeff Cash and his
Shout
crew
out,
have already allowed us to broadcast live from there. And then the last thing I'll say is, Jeff, I hope you enjoy a wonderful vacation upcoming week with your family, man.
Appreciate
I hope
it.
you enjoy the DR, buddy.
Yeah, that'd be good. Appreciate y'all. So that's another episode from the Grateful Garage. We appreciate Campbell calling in. Appreciate Norm. Appreciate Brian. Look, y'all have a great week. Early football. It's good times.
Never too early start playing football.
There it is.
76 days until the Canes kick off. And that's it. We're out. So love y'all.
it.
Bye.
Bye.
Holla.